So I just wanted to give like a rundown of my life history. um, so I'll just leave the nasty parts out for now. I'll just give like the good parts. So I grew up in a house on the south side of a town in Indiana called Huntington. There was a girl who I grew up next to, my neighbor, who I ended up dating for a long time, who I really loved, who decided not to love me back, but still kind of loves me from afar, and it's kind of complicated. Anyway, I grew up next to her, and then I moved at the age of 4 to a new house next to a monastery, which I would visit whenever my parents weren't paying attention. And like any other kid, I went to school, and at school, I learned to read and I learned to fight. And I learned to get the shit kicked out of me, but also just fight back. And then I went to middle school and I learned about women. And then I went to high school and I learned to study more. And then I went to college. I wrote a book, which I'd actually started 2 years prior to college. And then after college, I got kicked out of the house, returned to my home in Huntington, which my dad had left a while ago. And just stayed there for a while until it became dilapidated or nearing dilapidation. Then I returned to my mom's, where I stayed for a long time until I went, well, where I stayed for a long time, attempted suicide. And now I live in a city and I visit my mom's crib, my crib. This is my crib, it's her house. It's the museum's house, but this is my crib basically. Uh and I just live between a couple cities now. Not between, but like, like back and forth. Like I live in South Bend. I live in Columbia City, Indiana. Anyway, yeah.